Libra, hi. So this is going to be a reading for July 13th through the 19th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Libra. The overall energy for the reading, the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you flipped a page here pretty severely and massively in your favor, in the sense of I feel like you're in a place in which you're putting yourself first here. Maybe in the past it wasn't the case there. In the recent past, the Five of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. You're coming out of an experience with still, your heart is still open there. Not necessarily towards whatever happened in that experience, but towards the world. And you're saying, hey, this situation taught me a lot. And there's a lot of deception tied up to the situation. You know, so yeah, something a little difficult there. In the current situation, the Six of Pentacles, the Justice card, the Queen of Pentacles. You're coming through, your energy is coming through as open to pretty much any experience that comes your way. And you might be dealing with something right now, but you're saying, but this time around, I'm definitely putting myself first. Okay, nice energy. In the immediate future, the Four of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, there's a commitment that's forming here, and it's looking to be forming quite slow and steady. So there's definitely steadiness to this pace and slowness. But it's looking to be right, that it is kind of shaping in this manner. So, okay. So something's growing on you here. Let's clarify. Let's do the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you've changed. For the Wheel of Fortune, you get the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you flipped that page, definitely. You changed. Where you're not just walking out of experiences with the sense of, oh, I just don't give a shit, whatever, I'm just going to put it in the past and not let it affect me. You're kind of taken away from experiences that aren't working out in the best way. You're kind of taking away the strong sense of putting yourself first, loving yourself, you know? So you're not just kind of walking away from things, and which maybe you've done in the past, and kind of say, oh, you know, good riddance, whatever, I'm not, nothing. Like, it taught me a thing or two, but like nothing important. I feel like a lot of the lessons you're getting, especially lately, are those of, you know, caring for yourself, caring for your needs in relation to especially other energies that you're connected to. And it's kind of like your motto in life these days, you know, to put yourself first, which is pretty cool. Let me do the Five of Swords. In the recent past, you get the Nine of Cups, the Strength card, the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So this shows up like the oldest deception in the book, right? The one in which you involve yourself with another energy, and we could be talking even about a friendship, right? And you're like, I'm putting myself out there, I'm opening up with everything I got, and then at the end of it, it all seems like a lie because they don't give a shit. And most of us have that tendency, just because something turns, an experience turns, and in the beginning it was great and then it wasn't. Most of us have the tendency to kind of make it all out to be a lie, which I would care to disagree with that one. I don't think it's all a lie. I think none of it is really a lie. It's just things change. And then could it turn into a lie? Sure, if you want to label it that. The safety of the space has been lost, right? So in that loss of that safety, someone would not open up truly. Again, could you label that as a lie? Yes. That means they're not opening up, or they're withholding truth, or, you know, which ultimately, yeah, you can label it as, oh, it was a lie. It was all a lie. No. I think the safety of what that was as a friendship or whatever it is has been lost along the way, and things changed from there. And again, it's shown up wrapped up in, it started off great, there was love there, and then it turned out to be a lie, all of it. And then it was done. Okay. But you've taken it a little different than any other experience in your past, where you started looking at it from different angles. You started learning a lot more than other experiences in your past taught you. And I feel like all of it started leading you closely to, well, slowly but surely, to this energy of self-love. You know, putting yourself first, listening to yourself, listening to your needs. For the Knight of Cups, you get the Six of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Temperance card. Yeah. And the unavoidable ending. We've tried to make it work, and and it didn't work, ultimately. In the end, yeah, it just failed. It just didn't. Because it was all a lie, you know. But no, it didn't not work because it was all a lie. There were definitely who knows what other reasons. But for the Page of Pentacles, in the recent past, you get the Star, the Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Mm-hmm. Just, you know, just a past experience that didn't work out, and then it went through all the stages of it not working out. But then what I'm happy to see here is the end result of you learning a lot from this experience. And it's one of those that you didn't necessarily expect to learn a lot from. It just opened that door for you. And you were willing and able and available, and in a place in which you could learn a lot from that experience, even if it shows up kind of like a cliche, like, it was all a lie. Okay, whatever. It led you into this place of you know, diving a little more into your intuition, into, again, yourself, putting yourself first. For the Six of Pentacles, in the current situation, you get the Four of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Three of Pentacles. And you are... what I'm happy to see in there is that you didn't come out of that, you know, heart closed, like most people do. Like, okay, this hurt me so badly that I'm going to keep my heart closed. I'm never going to open it up again because I've been hurt so badly. No. You needed your heart to be open in order to give to yourself. So that's exactly what happened. And now there is a partnership at play here, which looks to be functioning from pretty healthy energies here. And a big part of it is the fact that you are putting yourself first through the duration of this partnership. You know, you're taking the lessons you've learned from there and applying them here. And it's looking freaking amazing. It's looking like you're a pro. Let me do the Justice card. In the... In the current situation, you get the Devil, the Tower, the Justice card. Wow, so there's some sparks here at times. Are these your sparks? Are you going off the rails here? I'm not sure if you're throwing this partnership in there in the middle of this, or if it's just you. I think it is about the partnership, though. For the most part, things are being kept steady, balanced, good, right? But it does have some slip-ups. Those look like quite the slip-ups. It's like, uh-oh, what just happened? Like in a big way. Like, oh, shit. What? But you're the one that's bringing balance over that. So you're the one that saves this from, you know, falling off the edge of the cliff there. Whatever this is. Wow, okay, I did not see this coming because it's so opposite extreme of what I'm seeing for the the bigger picture of this dynamic, and that's of, again, love, balance, all good things, and then bam, there's, okay, what is this? Doesn't belong here. Let me do the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. Okay. See, that's what's beautiful about this, because it's like there's people out there that still are frustrated about how do we change the world, and it's such an easy answer to them, but you started with you know, and the energies around you are gonna be influenced by that somehow, and then the energies around them, and then it goes to the big aspect of the world, right? Whoever this is in this dynamic with you is definitely influenced by it, because you're functioning from the energy of putting yourself first. And if this is the energy that's right for your field, for you, for your experience, they're gonna be influenced by you in a good way, right? So they're influenced by this energy of putting themselves first, putting yourself first. They're starting to do that for themselves, and they're learning how to do that, and it's going to bring quite the healthy dynamic here to the surface. Yeah, there are slip-ups. Yeah, there are, you're human, you're gonna slip up, you, them, the both of you. But that's the beauty of it, when they learn without even trying to learn necessarily from you, but they learn from you, from this energy that you're carrying yourself through this dynamic with. Okay, I like that. Let me do the Four of Wands. For the Four of Wands, you get the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Wands. I feel like this is something that's shifting because you've shifted. So you shifted. There's a dynamic that you're part of. And this dynamic is starting now to shift because you shifted first. And then whoever this is that's part of this dynamic with you is starting to be influenced by your... So they're shifting too. And that shifts the whole dynamic. And it changes things. It changes how this dynamic feels, how this dynamic looks, how it's being, moved forward. And it feels a little bit difficult. It feels like a little bit like it's throwing you off a little bit, like, what's going on here? And something's changing here. Not realizing that, yeah, but you changed first. Of course something's going to change here. So this dynamic, right now it's you that's going through it. Well, no, you've done it in the past. Right now it's them that are going through a change. You've already gone through your change. Now it's them, then it's the dynamic. For the Knight of Pentacles, you get the King of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Fool. It's just going to start looking and feeling very, very different. And it's a little bit of a period of adjustment for both of you to be okay with this. But then I see you stepping into that role of understanding that, yeah, things are changing. And we don't know exactly what they're changing into, but okay, let's go with the flow. Let's go with the flow. And I think that you're the one that actually leads this flow. And you're the one that's going to accept this flow first. And then there they are right behind you. Wait for me. So it's a period of adjustment here for a change for this dynamic in the future by the looks of it. And it's quite slow. It's not going to happen in 5 minutes. But I don't know. It looks pretty good. For the Page of Cups, you get the Two of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Wands. And then they are caught up with you completely. Things are starting to really, really settle into this new change for you, for them, for this dynamic. And it looks and feels freaking amazing. Completely different, but freaking amazing. And of course, the fucking King of Wands had to close off this reading, because why not? It's you. Don't worry, you're not making a full comeback to the King of Wands. That's just an energy that follows you around for some reason for a couple of years now. And as I said, lately, I think that's your energy. But from the universe for you as a final advice, the Star, the King of Swords, the Emperor. This is basically you at some point in time, and I feel like in the past, you set off to try to create your reality in the way you choose to. And that's exactly what's happening. And that's not only what's happening for you personally, but for whoever's in your reality and wants to keep up with that reality changing. So this is your creation. When you get to the final end of it and you kind of get the taste of what it's supposed to look like, pat yourself on the back, because you're the one that's doing all of this, all of these changes, and at some point it's going to feel like a shit show. I'm looking at this devil in the tower. It's going to feel like, what the fuck is going on here? But the end result is beautiful, you know? So this is you. This is all you. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye.